Hey, Shalom Rastafari. It's your brother Ross Mario out here, reporting for the Rastafari Foundation. YouTube's Ross Mario out YouTube's. And I want to make a quick vid on the subject of polygamy. You know, a lot of people are getting polygamy, the word polygyny. They're getting that, not getting the right interpretation of that. So here we have biblical Abraham, and a lot of people use Abraham as an excuse. Oh, Abraham had more than one wife, so I could take more than one for myself. They don't understand the difference. And I'm sure earlier in the year the stories came out of the Mormon prophet, the Mormon founder, Joseph Smith. So we have right here, and his story of what he was doing with polygamy, how he was referencing he believed he was doing the right thing because Abraham did it. Well, Rastafari, we come to set that straight. So there is a difference between polygamy and polygyny. Right here we have polygamy, the condition or practice of having more than one spouse at one time, also called a plural marriage. See, the key there is more than one spouse. In polygyny, the condition or practice of having more than one wife at one time. Let me scroll down here. Polygamy is a plural family without respect to structure or relationship. See, in Abraham's relationship in the old Hebrew, not Ashkenazi version that the Mormons, they say the European Jews and the Ashkenazi Jews in Israel are the Judeans, the people of the line of the tribe of Judah, Moab, Bezalel, Neged, Yehuda, Kadmai, Haile Selassie. That's who they support. But you judge the fruit by the tree. But here, there's no structure or relationship with polygamy. As with Joseph Smith, if you heard about him, he had more than 40 wives. And more than them wives, and great bit of them wives were already in marriages with men. So we see that here, that as they get into a polygamous family, included 2 husbands and 3 wives at times. So yes, he was taking other women as wives, and you see what that is. That's not polygyny. That's not what Abraham was doing. Abraham was in a covenant with his women. There was structure. There was a relationship there. Those were his wives. He wasn't taking other men's wives as his own and 13-year-old girls, children. Even though during the time of the Hebrew age, even during the times of the Hebrews in Africa, they understood that, well, the way that the Africans did it was the children, as righteous Hebrews and Israelites did, they grew up in the Torah, in the Hebrew. So when the children turned 12, 13, the women turned 13, the girls turned 12, boys turned 13, and they hit puberty, yes, they were starting to marry, getting in relationships. they started having children because they knew the Torah. So you hear a lot of people like to downplay African culture, so we're gonna make a subject on that in some later vids. But Joseph Smith was taking women that were already in marriages. That was the polygamy, as they say here, or any combination of men and women living together is what they call a marriage. Those were not biblical marriages, not as Abraham and Ishmael's mother and Keturah and Rebecca. So, and I just wanted to put a couple of words on that subject there. And also look up what this guy was really saying, and he had some crazy visions and things. But look for later on vids on some real prophets of the Lord. Reverend James Morris Webb. Shalom, Rastafari.